There I go. Thinking of you again.
The United States Army has issued a warning. 3 nuclear bombs have been launched from North Korea and will hit Orlando, Florida, Las Vegas, Nevada, and New York City, New York. This will expire at 5 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please get to an underground shelter or fallout shelter immediately.
And now, from the dredges of the Taunton River on FRC Radio, it's Threw Up in Fall River Radio. Now here are your hosts, Jordan Silvia and Tony Mendoza.
Information out, and then like all our listeners just fill in the gaps.
Yeah.
Thank you, listener. The Impact Team.
Impact Team, well.
Or TIT for short. But
that's really inappropriate of them.
Yeah, so we started getting into this long, drawn out, conversation about morals and what's right and what's wrong. Yeah. And I just basically took the position that, I don't see how if people I get that a lot of people think that cheating is bad. You know what I mean? Like cheating on your wife or cheating on your husband. Yeah. So that gives you the right to go in and destroy these people's lives. That's the part that I had a problem with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I have the same feeling about that. Just because you think it's wrong doesn't make you the moral compass of Ashley Madison. Like, come on. Like, really?
I think Jeff Leary is the moral compass of Ashley Madison. I think they hired him for that.
That's what I call an overinflated sense of self-purpose. Like,
absolutely.
Sit the F down. So my whole thing about it, like, where I think the hackers are wrong is because it's a privacy issue. Now, they are being viewed as criminals because it is a theft of information.
Yep.
Just like any other retail, like Target, like last year where their, systems were breached. It's the same exact thing to me. And anybody that joins one of these groups or websites has to sign a privacy policy, e-agreement. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, the company.
Well, that was the only question I had for him, Mike, regarding the $20 too. Like, if it was in the fine print originally, then you wouldn't have a say in it. You know what I mean? Which I understand. People, I actually do have a soft spot in my heart because a lot of people don't read that stuff.
Nope.
You know what I mean? So they kind of basically say you're just giving away your firstborn child, and you just you hit accept, you never read
Pretty
it. So
much.
You can't really be held.
Usually those things release the companies wholly.
Absolutely.
From anything.
Yeah.
And in the case of the extortion of $20, I'm sure that there is also a disclaimer in there stating that the $20 fee will, goes towards releasing your information or deleting your information after so many years. You have to hold credit card information for so many years for like disputes of charges and things like that. There's always going to be a record of what you do online. So there is no deleting that stuff. Mm-hmm. So yeah, get a clue. We live in the OOs.
Oh, Mikey just posted something on that too. I'm sure he's pissed at you. Is
he? You think so? No, I agree with what he says, like a moral contract and all that stuff. Yeah, well, why the hell not? People do it all the time. But
that's the thing. So again, too, it was like this issue of cheating and like if that's bad, you know what I mean? And I just, it creates a victim. A lot of people get screwed up because, if you're a husband and you're cheating on your wife, they're like, oh, well, the wife's a victim and your kids are a victim. You know what I mean? But so a lot of people cheat in a lot of different contexts. You know what I mean? Maybe people just think that's bad.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you have someone just called in. You have people cheat on their taxes, and I don't know if anybody cries about that. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure people don't. Hello.
Yeah, you guys want the necessary info or what?
Whoa!
Yeah, I'm hearing my name called out a couple times.
Hello.
Trying to necessarily chime in.
Hello.
Now listen, for you and your listeners, like you just said, I talked to you, Jordan, the other day. What we're gonna do is we're gonna break this down a little bit. So what's gonna happen is I'll have like probably about half of a conversation right now because I know I'm gonna have to at least hold on to half the conversation for tomorrow.
Yep.
So I don't want to blow it all out of the water right away.
Hey,
but
you got some serious music tracks in the studio, I gotta say.
Wicked.
What do I got going on?
Can you hear that right now? I hope you can't.
You can't.
Nice.
I can't hear anything. Why? What are you playing like that? Music in the background right now?
You are in the no flex zone.
No.
I'm dancing.
Lauren, get on in. This is your job. What is that? That's infringement.
That stuff
It is.
That makes
I'm gonna
me
get
happy.
sued.
That just makes me happy. I dance, man. I can't help it.
What's up, brother?
You cannot do that. There's been one other time that's happening, and I'm just saying that's infringement. You're infringing on my show.
I'm thinking Ray Shremmerd might not be like in your.
Listen,
what's up, Mike? You want to see these people get thrown in jail or what?
Yeah, he does.
No, who gets thrown in jail from this?
The cheaters, the hackers, everybody.
No. How did they get thrown in jail from this? No one. They didn't do anything technically legal like that to get thrown in jail.
Say what? Come on, Mike.
Let's be serious. How did they get thrown in jail? That's not even an actual argument. So where are you going with that?
The hackers?
The hackers.
Wait, the hackers is a different story. Mm-hmm. But like I tried to show you, I have to be careful because I don't want to go through this whole argument tonight. So I want to be able to have some of it. The hackers, yes, what they did in themselves, being hackers, is criminal, and obviously someone's going to be seeking charges against them.
So Mikey, hold on for one sec, right? So basically, we're starting right off the rip saying that only the hackers broke the law in this situation, right? The cheaters have not, and the hackers have.
Yeah.
Right?
Right, correct.
All right, go ahead.
Wait.
No, go. I'm just stopping you for 1 second. It's all you, buddy. Go ahead.
All right, no, but let's go from that. But I'm pretty sure we have you on record as saying that not all laws are supposed to be just followed blindly.
Hey, I'm on record saying a lot of things.
Immoral. Wait, that's actually immoral to follow all laws blindly because to follow some laws would actually be morally corrupt.
You're right, boy. You're right.
Exactly. So, like I said, I understand. Listen, I'm with you that for a hacker, any hacker, let me break this down for you right now so you understand where I'm coming from.
Yep.
Listen, I'm an avid, not avid because I actually don't have that much time in my life to do it. But when I can, I am a person who gets on the Xbox Live. I play the video games on there. I play the Call of Duties.
Yes.
And what happens is there's been recently a lot of hackers on there.
Right.
So a lot of the online statuses has been hacked and shut down. So my point is, when you're a hacker and and innocent people have to deal with the consequences of hackers who just want publicity and entertainment, hackers in general, to hack, it is unlawful. They're breaking laws. That's fine. But like I just suggested, you've also pointed out, and I made the example of Edward Snowden, when you start to do things where you hack into certain privacies that you shouldn't be obligated to, but you do it because you want to bring information to the public, yes, you're still under law that you shouldn't have did it, but the information you're bringing forward, it's up to the public to decide whether they think it's right or wrong. So whether or not these people get arrested, that's out of my hands. We're talking about the public's judgment right now.
Yeah, but now and that's something that I raised earlier too. I know
you did because you keep pushing this example that it's the public judging everybody. Well, nobody's judging nobody. If you want to cheat, you can cheat. But the difference is, bro, we're talking about people who are not just cheating for the sake of cheating. They're literally going to a site that's specifically set up to say, oh, you're married? Well, here's the thing. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to hook you up. While your wife or husband out in another room or sleeping because you work second shift and she works first shift, whatever.
They're not giving, advice on how to cheat.
The whole site
I think it is, actually.
Is it?
What are you talking about?
Tansey, they're not that bad. Is it? Oh, wait, it is?
Jeez.
The site is exactly for that. That's what I keep trying to make the point. It's not just a dating site that people can go to cheat.
So is
It's specifically set up to tell people to cheat and give them the methods and means how to cheat.
Oh, it's giving
All right,
a tutorial.
so that's pretty self-explanatory. That's what the
I thought
page.
So, but you just
no. Tansey's never been on. Tansey's never been on the page.
No.
I've never been on the page.
Neither have I.
Yeah, but you know why you haven't probably?
We're all relying on third-party information.
Jordan, hold on.
Go ahead.
I guarantee you there's probably one major reason why me and you haven't been on that site.
Why is that?
Oh.
Because we're not stupid enough to even almost have our names attached to such a site.
Hey, that's pretty smart.
Oh, absolutely.
In other words,
it's also because I don't want to cheat on my wife.
Yeah,
let's not just
gloss
over that fact.
Wait, hold on. That site's been around before you ever married, bro.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
All right, so what I'm saying is, even before I've known about that site for 5 years, I think now, 6 years maybe. I've never gone on it except the main page. I've seen the main page. I've never once said, I'm going to make a membership and see what it's like in here. Because I knew there's no way I want my name attached to this crap. No way.
Oh.
Yeah, I asked Tansey if she was ever on it, and I've actually
created this is so stupid. I've created
plenty of profiles on
a
it.
profile once to check out a website.
Was this like within the last week?
No. No.
I plead the fifth.
I just blow myself up. No, yeah, I've checked out some weird websites after I watched a CNN document. Actually,
Okay.
it was like about underground
What the hell are we talking about? Are we talking about the sex trade? Like, where are we going with this?
It was like dating
This
websites.
conversation got very slow and stuttery for all of a sudden.
Listen, it was about like a dating website, but yeah, you gotta like go through like hoops and shit
dating what? Like,
well, Mikey, that's the thing. A lot of these sites.
Ties.
Hey, honestly, let me ask you this. So all these sites basically just are what it looks like they're doing is they're just creating like these niche markets. You know what I mean? So one place is for the
Jordan,
black.
Ride that wave, brother. Go ahead.
One is for black people to meet. One is
for
Christians.
Keep going.
This one's for the cheaters.
Yep.
This one's for the cheaters.
See, wait.
You got your prison pen pals. You got them all, Mike.
This is where the difference lies. So you're not getting. You still just don't want to grasp that. That's fine. This is where we're going to come to this disagreement. We're not talking about a niche market. We're talking about an actual saying to somebody, oh, you have a contract with somebody. F that contract, bro. We don't care about it. This is where you come to break that contract. We're not talking about people who willingly are saying, you know what I want to do today? I'm a white person who's been with a white person my whole life. I want to get with a black person. Or we're not talking about a black person with a black person all their life who wants to get with a white person. No. We're talking about a niche market, as you call it, where people are married and one of them is not privy to the fact that the other one wants to go outside of that contract, break the contract without that person knowing, and cheat. They're doing that. Website is designed and made for somebody to do this in that manner.
Yep.
Like the delight is to literally go around or break, whatever verb you want to call it.
Yep.
They want to just basically say, F that contract, F my marriage, and the other person involved is not privy to the information. So this is not like just a niche market. You're not just talking about just a cheating market. It's cheating if it was two people dating and somebody wants to do whatever they want. You could do that on a dating site. This site is literally developed and organized and maintained and orchestrated and gets money from, like I said, creating an environment for people to come and to actually develop the methods and the means to cheat on a marriage.
Yeah, but all that
the sole purpose.
All that being said, though,
the sole purpose. It's not a secondary market,
which is fine. So these people
No, because you bring up like the example of like drugs and prostitution, which I'm with you on that part. See, like I'm with you. If there was a website that was like, do you want to buy drugs? Do you want to solicit prostitution? See, that's different because that's on an individual basis to do what an individual wants. With this, see, that's different though, and I keep trying to tell you that. The difference is this site is not doing that. This site is not just about what an individual wants to do with another individual or 2, 3 participants want to do with another willing 2 or 3 participants. Yep. This is what one individual or 2 or 3, whatever you want to call it, what a party wants to do with another party while a secondary party is involved but not knowing of the situation. That's the key difference, man.
I love you, Mike. Well, let me ask you this.
I heart you. 143.
Let me ask you this.
143.
What about, so you're saying that if any...
Major comment, 143.
If any person... partakes in any behavior that you disagree with, that gives you that has nothing to do with you.
When did I say that, bro? You're just adding crazy things. Jordan, are you yawning right now? Because you sound like you're stretching.
No.
You're reaching, bro.
No, listen.
I'm listening.
I don't get what gives these hackers any authority to even get involved.
I didn't say listen, I don't care if they have the authority to do it. They did it. What I'm saying is now that they did it, we're talking about a different conversation. See, what you're doing is you're settling on one part. There's like probably 3 or 4 conversations everybody could have about this one subject. That's the other thing. I'm not trying to steer it on one part. You're doing that. I've never once tried to make this a discussion about freedoms, bro. America all day. I got you. But what we're talking about is specifically the fact that now that a group has already done it, what do we do from there? That's why I connected it to the
Well, no, they haven't released the information, have they?
Yeah.
No, No, they released like small tidbits of it, and they threatened to release the rest.
Yeah, that sounds like terrorism, and you talk about extortion.
Oh my God! Okay, but listen, that's why I just gave you the example of like with Snowden. If you talk about Snowden, bro, I'm pretty sure me and you are going to come to an agreement on where we stand on Snowden. But if you talk about the national consensus is going to say he's a
Exactly. That's my whole point, Mike. Is the
What do you think?
No, listen. No way. Guy, what's the national consensus on Snowden? What's the national consensus?
That he's a traitor.
See, I don't know if that's true, but B,
you don't know if that's true. You don't think the national consensus on Snowden? First off, the national consensus, to be real honest, is they probably don't even know who the guy is.
True. But the people who do know, I don't know. You know, the people who are in the know or.
Well, the people who are going to be in the what they get from mainstream media. So you're going to have the majority who don't even know who he is. Mm-hmm. Then you're going to get the other percentage of a majority that's going to at least know the name, and they're going to have been fed the fact that he's a traitor because they're going to say what he did was wrong. Then you are going to have a strong sector, and I said I feel like me and you are going to be in the same camp where he's not a traitor. He literally was bringing information to people that they needed to know, but. You have to admit, like I'll admit, I just don't care that he got the information and put it out there through illegal means. Yes or no? Do you understand that, or do you agree with that?
I agree that they both got the information through illegal means, but I don't.
Snowden, do you agree that he got it through illegal means and he put it out there through everything he did was illegal?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but
the difference is. What he described was illegal activity that was happening, hurting right now. Every text.
And what I'm telling you, this other group is doing is they're putting out there that these people paid $20 to wipe their slate clean, and it was a total bullshit scam. This slate was not wiped
That's
clean.
Your opinion, though, Mike.
No, that's what's stated in the article.
No. I'm not even saying. Listen. I'm not even saying that's not factually true. But what I'm saying is, it's your opinion that it's a scam. Other people would say, I'm sure Ashley Madison, and believe me, I know companies that...
Dude, everything you're saying right now is totally based on assumption.
No, I'm telling you, I know companies...
You're telling me what you think is in the agreement.
No, listen, so if it wasn't in the agreement, if people didn't know, and after the fact they tried to come behind, then that is wrong.
So, I'm telling you, after you sign up for the membership, and you've been in that membership for, like, say, 3 months, 4 months, you've done whatever you want or did nothing. You just wanted to float around the website and put out your fantasies and have messages with people, like, never really confirm to the cheating, just dance around it, whatever. Then you say, you know what, this really wasn't for me. I'm actually happy. I don't want to deal with this. I'm going to pay. I want to get rid of my account. You know, and I know for...
Mikey, these are all cheaters. Who cares?
Dude, you're putting words in my mouth. See, that's the problem. You're actually trying. You've been doing this for a little bit. Where you're talking about it like as if I'm like a Bible who's pumping morality.
Yeah, and that's one thing I want to say too is because I hate when. So when I was basically saying that I think this is wrong, people start saying like, oh, why? Like you support cheating. You know what I mean? Or like when I support drug legalization, it's like, oh, why? You support doing drugs. Not that at all. You know what I mean? I just
but you're doing the opposite when I start talking about it. You start treating me as if I'm in that camp.
No, I don't. No, I'm not saying that. Camp. I'm saying No, Mike, I'm saying you're making the argument, right? Even if it's on behalf of this third-party hacker group, right? If they're saying, oh, it's wrong what this website is doing to these people, you know, like that's what I'm saying. There's no logic behind that because if you're saying... Wait, hold on, Mikey, hold on. If you're saying that the injury is from the website to the users and they're extorting, quote-unquote, your word, $20, why would you expose the people who are the victims of the extortion?
Because, like I keep trying to tell you, there's like at least 4 channels of conversation and arguments in this one, like...
Yeah, there's a bunch going on. There's a lot going on, like in every situation.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So if you keep trying to isolate it on one target, then all I can do is combat that one target.
No, I'm just waiting to hear what's the reason that makes what's going on moral. I don't see what it's trying to serve.
What's the reason that makes it immoral? That's my counter to you.
All right, so we just said that, all right, first off, exposing people's private information is wrong. Yep. You know what I mean? That's illegal.
Wait. If someone, all right, you just said exposing someone's private information is wrong.
Yep.
Fine.
It's illegal.
On the surface, but if someone gives their private information to a means that's immoral, like let's pretend you go and you give to a drug dealer.
Yeah, identity theft doesn't matter.
Wait, hold on. If you wanted to purchase your heroin, your weed, or whatever you want, because I'm fine with that too. This is a separate conversation.
Yep.
If you say you want to purchase your dope how you want, and you give the drug dealer your private information, you give him your check number, and you say, listen, I don't have the cash on me, bro. Go cash it. Then that guy goes and puts your information out there. How do you say to somebody, oh my God, I can't believe that they put all your information out there? You're going to look at the person and go, you understand you gave your information to somebody who is already immoral. Like you gave all your information to somebody who's
so you're saying the website's already immoral, though. That's what I'm saying. You're making a moral judgment.
100%, because I just said
because you think it's immoral. So Mikey, hold on, let me stop you for 1 second. So because you think Ashley Madison is immoral,
I think they're facilitating.
See, that's not true. All right, so Mike, if you stop for 1 second, right? If you stop for 1 second, right? Today I'm listening to the radio on national media, and they're saying that there's this feminist group. I don't know if you heard this feminist group where this lady got her husband to think that unless he lets his wife.
You're talking about crazy people.
No, I'm not. That's what. See, that's the difference. No, that's the difference. If somebody disagrees with your morality, then they're crazy.
No, because you still see what you're not getting, bro. Is you keep basing it on my morality.
No, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you. I'm saying people that take that position.
I'm not basing it on my morality. I'm basing it on a contract between two people. They literally. This isn't two people dating.
There is no contract.
I know the contract.
Your contract is with the government, okay, not with your spouse.
What are you talking about? These people wouldn't be going. You're still not getting what this website is. That's the problem. This website is not for people to meet other people and just fuck around. This is a website to cheat on your spouse.
You're correct. But your spousal contract is not with your spouse. It's with the government.
What are you talking about?
Listen,
you just admitted that the point to this website is to go there so you can cheat on your spouse.
Yes.
You're not going there just to go have a fling because you have an open relationship. This isn't about what people do in their bedroom. I'm fine with what people do in their bedroom.
No,
if you want to have an open relationship, that's different. That's not what we're talking about, bro.
All right, so if you're on a regular dating site, right, and someone who just disagrees with, so say Muslim extremists.
That's the person's problem. That's not the website's
problem. No. Listen, so say you're a Muslim extremist, right?
Jesus
and they look at your Facebook. I'm saying this is exactly what goes on right now, right? And that's what I'm saying. This is all about ethical plurality, right?
No, this isn't. But
it 100% is. It's all.
It's not.
Listen,
I keep telling you that, and you don't get it.
Mikey, this whole thing is an argument over who gets to decide what's right or wrong. That's ultimately what it all is. That's completely what it only is about. That's the only thing it's about.
If it's a dating site, two people are married, and it's a dating site, and one of the spouses says, I'm going to go to the dating site, and I'm going to look for somebody to cheat with. Okay. That's between those people. That's a problem that I would have a personal problem with the person who sought someone to cheat with.
Yep.
But that has nothing to do with the website, because the website is designed for a singles atmosphere and/or, like I said, open relationships, relationships open to threesomes, et cetera. That's under the parameters of a relationship's boundaries or the single life.
Yep.
This website, its primary focus is to encourage and to facilitate cheating in the form of an extramarital affair. It's not the same as what you're talking about, bro.
No, so what I'm saying is...
Wait, here's my question of you.
I don't know how you can...
Wait.
Go ahead.
No, if this was a website based on like pedophilia or something, how does it make it different? Because then if it's between other people and it's their business, but the website promotes pedophilia and encourages how to incorporate and actually and live in amongst the lifestyle of pedophilia, how would it be different?
Lauren just pointed out the fact that there are websites like that.
For pedophilia.
I know there are, so I'm asking you if it was one of those, how would it be different than this right now?
Well, first off, you would be committing a huge crime, you know what I mean, which none of these people are.
No.
on Ashley Madison.
No.
Well, you're committing a crime because the government says so. But as you've said already before, it doesn't matter what the government says because sometimes government law. I mean, you shouldn't go.
Yeah, but no one. I don't know how many people. No, yeah, you're right. No, you're right. But I'm gonna say, what law do people? What law should people go by?
Oh, but who are you to judge, bro?
Exactly.
That's why.
Right. So if somebody wants to have a little pedophilic fun, who are you to judge?
No, see,
Did
that's
he
what I'm
really
saying.
just say that and then
People can have their own morality. I'm not saying nothing that anyone does can be not considered
right, so
wrong.
Nobody has any rules of law to go by. There's no society.
No, that's not
mechanisms.
That's
bro.
not even close to what I'm saying. I'm saying some things are wrong and some things don't rise to that level.
Right, so if two people go and have an actual marriage, they go through all the crap to get an actual legitimate marriage. They have a contract, bro. It's a business arrangement. People don't understand that.
People break contracts all the time.
you know that
Yeah, people break contracts all the time. It's not the end of the world.
I'm not talking about going to church. See, the thing is, Lauren, and everybody, I'm not talking about going to church and just saying, God said you're married.
Well, that's
I'm saying
what you're
literally
saying.
you have a contract that's a business arrangement.
with the government, correct? But guess what?
Right.
When you go to absolve a marriage, adultery is no longer like
I don't. That depends on the state.
as a
so
reason.
you're bringing up another random fact that has nothing to do with this. That depends
does.
on the state. Some states it actually is an issue.
Well,
Some
here in
states
Massachusetts
adultery
as well.
will constitute whether you get what do you call
Or
it? Like,
alimony
paid.
and
Alimony. Yeah. Some
yeah.
states that'll determine alimony now. So no, that's not even a valid point because you're talking about differentiating between states. That's why I said this is so. This conversation has, like I said, about 4 or 5 points that people can decide how they want to look at it. It's not as simple as pointing one thing out. But all I'm saying is for you to attempt to say, well, somebody judging morality. That's on people who want to judge morality. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about a business whose business model is we want to give you the opportunity to say F the contract you had with somebody else. Let them not know what's going on and just run amok on the side. And now that they had somebody blow up their spot, you're making like, well, that's just so wrong. How can they do that? How can they
I think people do things that others find objectionable.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm in that same camp.
So I don't know where the line is where a third party can now come in and intervene. You know what I mean?
Jordan, if me and you say we're going to develop, we're going to open up an ice cream business,
yes.
Okay? And we signed a contract, and the contract is that it's only between me and you.
Yep.
Our ice cream business is our ice cream business.
And if I violate the contract,
and I find some website that offers me the opportunity to open up some other ice cream business with some other guy on the side,
yep.
and totally avoid the contract we have right now.
Yeah. What would happen in that? What would happen in that event?
What do you mean? What would happen in that?
What would happen if you violated a contract that me and you entered? What would then happen?
Well, first off, somebody has to be privy to the fact that I violated that contract.
Yeah, so we find out.
So now what we have is a hacker group who's come out with the information to say, look,
Yikes.
what?
Ice cream hackers,
That's
she's saying.
messed up.
Right, no, right. 31 flavors of hacking, I understand.
That's messed up.
But what we're saying is, so in this storyline, what we'd have is a hacking group that comes out with the information to say so-and-so is nullified, or not nullified, but just going around that contract, and he's over here making these other business deals with these other partners on the side. So now once that comes out, yeah, you can argue that hacking group had no business doing that. Again, that's one part of the argument. But then this next part, another part of the argument is, what the hell is this person doing going around the contract that was already established, where these two people had a partnership? One partner has no idea what this other person's doing, and he's working out these other deals on the side.
Yes.
That doesn't mean you can speak
yes,
for
that's
the
what
other
I'm trying to tell you.
person.
It makes this different. This
So
isn't just
no, but
normal
in
cheating. This is marriage,
society, whose job is it to step in and get involved?
Yeah.
And, you know what I mean?
We're not talking about just opinions. We're talking about contractual agreements.
Yeah,
bro.
but it doesn't. I'm saying
understand.
it's not just opinion. I'm saying what do you do? What's policy? What should people do to solve that problem? Is what I'm saying.
That's up to the individual.
Should they break in?
Some people want to stand up and say something other people
No,
don't.
like so if you violated our ice cream contract, that gives Lauren the authority to break into your house and sift through all your information and publicize all your shit.
Mikey D had this flavor of ice cream. Yeah.
Jordan, what that does though is now we get into that shady area where you just said, what laws are we supposed to follow? Because if it's moral to not go to follow the law, should we follow it? If the law is unjust, should we just follow it?
Absolutely.
What do you mean? If the law is unjust, you should just follow it.
No, of course not. I'm saying,
right.
No. The funniest part about all this, no. But Mikey, the part that you're not getting is this whole thing is all individualized. You know what I mean? Like, I
do get that.
There's no one rule.
So I'm with you on that.
There's no one rule for all this stuff. I think that's where laws fall short. I actually was thinking about this today. All these laws are so broad, and they try to paint everybody with the same brush. And if you just look at, so take this Ashley Madison situation, right? But Mikey, when you get into court, that's when everybody's individualized situation gets analyzed.
Guy, you're doing two different things, though. I'm with you when you talk about the first part, but then in the second part, you reaffirm it by saying, but then once you go to court, you're going to have to deal with it. I understand that. So once this goes to court, these hackers are going to have to deal with it.
Yeah,
but until then, we're not talking about that. We're talking about the morality end or personal opinion end of what people think should happen in between certain situations, which you've already stated. Again, if the law says one thing, that doesn't mean people should automatically do it. Because like you said, and I agree with you, like when it comes to drug laws...
Here's what it comes down to, Mikey. Here's what it comes down to. So I agree with what you're saying about following the law, right? So if the law in question is breaking into people's information and publicizing it, right? There's times where that is very well warranted. If somebody's doing something so horrific, like you said, like Nambla.
Now it's going to come down to what you think is appropriate.
Yes, of course.
So what I'm saying is you're arguing that it's up to you now to decide what's okay or what's not.
No.
Before you just said, if other people decide, it's not okay for people to decide.
Well, no, you're right. I mean, it's going to come down to every person. Now, this hacker group has obviously made the decision that cheating on your spouse rises to the level that they can go ahead and break the law.
Well, listen,
and steal 30 million people's information.
That's the obvious answer. But I also told you in the article, it clearly states that one of the main reasons they were doing it was because they found out that the company was charging the $20 and the actual information was not being deleted, even though the customers were under the assumption that it was.
Yep.
So there's a two-part to that.
I don't know if I can. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I follow the logic on that, because if that's the case, their gripe is with the website, not with the users, and they're hurting the users. You know what I mean?
No, because you don't know how much. They haven't put that much information out there yet, and I agree with you that it's up to them to determine how much personal impact they take, how, in other words, how they're recognized by the public is kind of how they go on from here. If they decide to Jordan, how about this? How about they only decided to name crazy high profile people who've spoken against crazy things? Let's pretend they blow up the names of a bunch of representative senators who've been against gay rights, and they blow them up for hitting up gay guys and stuff, or gay girls, whatever. So they blow those people out of the water. I'm pretty sure when you look at that story as based, if you didn't see all this other stuff before it, you would have been that's awesome. You just blew out these people who have been such hypocrites through this whole time.
Well, like I said, I mean, and I don't know if this is looked at as an out, but when I see these politicians, somebody brought that up. I think Glenn brought it up, how, the politicians, if they're in charge, they affect us. You know what I mean? So if it was somebody that, again, they're making decisions that are going to impact my life, then I want to know if they're being...
wait, I'm with you.
I'm affected by them.
I said it's up to this hacking group how they want to be perceived publicly after this. If all they do is just straight up rat out a bunch of random public people, then obviously it doesn't look too good for them.
I agree.
But that's why I said...
Group, how can they look good at all? Right from rip, they're
threatening
people.
They can look good because, I just told you... Listen, Lori, you're going to say, how do they look good?
Mike,
told you a million ways why they would look good.
Mike, I remember when Anonymous hacked into a police department in Missouri that was covering up for a rape case. You know what I mean? So stuff like that, I could see it. If Anonymous wanted to hack into Will Flanagan's, if Anonymous wanted to hack into Will Flanagan's phone records and his email and post it, I'd be all for that.
So he fucked with your car. Then you're going to be like, wow, this makes perfect sense. You're going to be all for it because your morality looks at it as that makes sense.
Yes.
So that's what I keep saying. Again, obviously.
So I would be wrong then. But what you're saying, so I would probably be wrong, right? I would say that's okay, but society would say I was wrong. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I honestly do disagree with that. I don't think society would say that's wrong, because if society found that an individual or an institution was up to foul play, and somebody else, even if they broke the law, found out that they were up to foul play and were able to put that in the public view, again, why I connected it with Snowden, I do not think, if the majority of the public understood all the details involved, I don't think they'd be against it. I think that the majority would actually be like, you know what? They broke the law. They're going to have to suffer the consequences, but we're glad they did. Because that's how it mostly comes down to in life anyway. You have a lot of people who have to sacrifice themselves to the law.
It's sad that it comes to that. It's sad that it comes to that, but I agree. I mean, almost the ends may justify the means there. Like, even in this hacker case now, like, all right, if they stole all that information, now what they decided to do on it, you know what I mean, may be like the end of it.
Handshake.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'll give you that.
Handshake.
I'll give you that. But so now if they just decide to let it all hang out there, maybe it'll be a different story, which is what the threat is. You know, if they go through with their threat.
Right. I just feel like
think that would be bad.
Listen, it's still all up in the air, because like I told you too, right now it's honestly it's more on the parent company of Ashley Madison to determine what they want to do going forward, because I'm sure they could do a couple of things that could nullify this or rectify this and quiet it and silence it down without a huge issue. Now, I know what you said. It's like, that's why I keep bringing up the extortion point, is because you're making like it's this, and I understand your point, that it's like this hacker group is basically extorting Ashley Madison. But that's why I made the emphasis on, well, basically, I don't know why you don't get this, that for Ashley Madison to say to you, we're going to charge you $20 to delete all your information. I don't remember Facebook charging you any money if you want to delete your account. I see people who delete their profile all the time and miraculously come back and then delete it again and then come back. They don't charge them $20. Why would Ashley Madison charge you $20 to delete your information?
Yeah, but my question is, even if they took that tact, like what would mean, all right, we're going to destroy their whole entire business over that one simple fact?
I'm not a part of that hacker group, but what I'm asking you is, what do you think then about that specific piece of information? That you become a member under whatever pretext you do, and you don't find out that when you want to delete your information, you want to get out of there, you say, I had enough of this.
I don't even know if I can delete my stuff off of Facebook.
It's the same thing as canceling a phone contract, which is absolutely astronomically larger than $20. And think about it.
No. That's coming out of a contract. Wait. We're not talking about getting out of a contract.
Yeah,
we're talking about just deleting.
Ashley Madison to delete
Lauren,
your information.
You're talking about a contract cancellation fee. That's not what we're talking about.
That's the same thing as this website, a
cancellation
it's not,
because
fee.
You're talking about canceling a contract that you entered into. That's not what this is. This is them saying, oh, you want to get all your information off of our database? You want to be clear of it all? You don't want to get in trouble for none of this?
Mikey, I think we got one of your friends on the line.
Hey, Jordan. Hey, Sam Sutter's out here. The one, the $10 fee hand.
Tackle him.
Yeah.
Get him, Dave.
Where are you, Dave?
Dave, Mike DeOliveira's on the line.
Yeah, he's over there shaking people's hands.
Why don't you go rip his arm off his body? Mikey.
I ain't going to shake his $10 fee hand.
Dave, Mike DeOliveira's on the line as well, buddy.
Huh?
Mike DeOliveira's on the line. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yo.
Yeah, it's me.
I know. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Mike DeOliveira's on the line.
Oh, where's he? What's up, Mike?
What is going on, Dave? You feeling meaty, buddy?
Yeah, I do. I feel meaty, but I don't want to be shaking the $10 fee hand. That's
Mikey,
there.
let me hold it there on that convo. We'll get back to it.
Hey, pound handshake.
All right, brother. Peace.
Hi, Mike.
Later.
Dave, what's up? Where are you, Dave?
Yeah, I'm over here, all side over here, listening to the band.
We got the street team, Dave Mead in the house. What's Sam Sutter doing? He's shaking everybody's hands?
Following him around?
Dave, did he shake your hand?
No, he ain't shake my hand.
He probably knows better.
He kissed me on the 4th of July.
Go give him a hug, Dave.
$10 fee hand. I don't want to be shaking people's hand.
Hey, go up to him and give him the Fredo kiss right on the lips and tell him.
Maybe other people are kissing him on the lips.
Yeah, hey, kiss him on the lips and tell him he broke your heart, Dave. Say, Sam, you broke my heart, and give him a kiss of death.
I can't. Hey, mate, I don't know. He's over there.
Where is this?
It's right downtown by the courthouse and Dunkin' Donuts.
What are they, just in the street having a party?
I want to
Right,
go.
right in the street.
Is it like a campaign thing? No one's even told me what this is about.
What is this about?
I don't know. It's about the blues.
Oh, they're playing blues music?
Yeah, I like the blues. I think they're awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. Is there any other politicians down there, Dave?
Yeah, Mike Mioza showed up.
Oh, he's not that bad of a guy.
I like Mike.
He's getting out of politics.
I shook Mike's hand though.
Yeah, exactly. If Sutter tries to come up to you and shake your hand, what are you gonna tell him?
Hey, look, I'm not talking to Sutter, all right?
Tell him, listen.
I talked to him the last time, and then he turned around and said that he had no choice of raising a $10 fee up and everything else on the people over here in the city of Fall River.
What'd you tell him? Of course he had a choice.
I talked to him the last time.
Yeah, I know. And when he said that to you...
And know what he told me? He had no choice of doing it.
Bum.
Yeah, he's a liar.
Yeah, well, hey.
I hear the music. I'll let you go.
Look what happened to Flanagan. Flanagan lied, didn't he?
Yeah, and what happened to him?
Better not lie, Dave.
Hopefully we get this guy thrown out too, Dave.
Well, hey, you know what? He only wants the publicity. That's all he wants.
Yeah, he's a big scumbag, Cliffy Sutter.
He is a big scumbag. He is.
Hey, if you see him, no bullshit, Dave. If you get close enough to him without his henchmen diving and tackling you, tell him, hey, Jordan Silvia said you're a scumbag.
I ain't gonna tell him that.
Why not? You're not afraid, Dave. You're not afraid of him. Say, hey, you're the mayor. Hey, Dave, just say you're the mayor of Fall River. Go ahead. What's up?
Your friend, John Silver, he's going to show up at my event Saturday.
Oh, John, he's running for charter commission.
Oh, okay, John.
He's going to show up at my event Saturday. So come on down Saturday, man.
Hey,
you can have a ball down here.
Dave, if you see Sutter, I want you to grab him and put him in a noogie. All his hair's all messed up all the time anyway.
Yeah, right? Give him a wedgie.
Hey.
What's up?
Hey, I'm gonna have Laura Tansey go over there and put her over, put Sam Sutter over and slap him in the ass.
Hey, listen, I think she's seen him on the battleship for the fireworks, and he tried to make out with her.
He kissed me on the corner. His wife too.
He tried to make out with Lauren and the wife. They must have an open marriage.
Swingerslife.com.
Hey, Lorna, Lorna. Lorna.
Yeah.
Put Sam Sutter over your lap and smack him in the butt.
Yeah, does he like... Oh, never mind. I'm not even going to say.
He's a bad boy with a $10 fee.
He needs to be disciplined, Dave.
How hard does he like it, Dave?
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm going to go because I'm going to look for my wife around here somewhere.
All right. Yeah, don't lose her, brother.
And I'll tell you all about it. Come to my time Saturday.
All right, I may come down there. I can't promise, but I may. Hey, listen. If you see Sutter, tell him I said he's a scumbag. All right, buddy. Take care. Later.
Bye.
All right. See you later, man.
Peace. Wow, he had a lot of blues music going on in the background.
Oh my goodness, he's so funny.
My head is like spinning right now between Mike. And the music from Dave.
Listen, Dave, did you hear his show this Monday?
I heard a little bit.
A little bit. Yeah, he divulged quite a bit of personal information.
About himself?
Yes.
Like?
Okay. Story number one. I was very surprised that to hear that he had 10 kids.
Yeah, that's not true.
10. He said it. 10. I don't know. Why would he lie?
10 kids?
10.
Does he support them all?
Yeah,
that was another issue that happened this week. The issue about the illegitimate child.
No, the bastard kids.
Those kids being thrown around.
Yeah, right? Another fun fact about David and me.
Okay.
Smooth
transition.
Yeah, I know. Well, this is just as disturbing, but I asked him if he liked Halloween. The mean man. So I asked him if he liked Halloween. He told me his birthday was like close to Halloween, and that he went to the Highlands to go trick-or-treating. He was dressed as a woman. He was actually propositioned by a judge living in the Highlands.
Whoa.
Given $300, and I guess.
And they had sex.
Yep, probably. I'm guessing.
Who is this?
There's a replay on Saturday at 1, I believe.
Dave Mead told you the story?
Yeah, on air. Yeah, I told
Wow.
10 other people too. No, I don't know how many listeners we had, but yeah, he told a story about how trick-or-treating as a woman. So it's very interesting.
I think I may have heard some of that.
Okay, he's very multifaceted. He's,
Some of our fans are messaging saying they want to hear more about the child issue.
Yeah. Yeah, right? We should talk about that. Now, was this child proven to be illegitimate?
Speaking of things that are wrong and immoral and whatnot.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess it was, I don't know, like a rumor was floated out there, like it
Yeah.
happens, that somebody has an illegitimate kid or whatever, and that caused a little bit of a stir.
Yeah. I like to call that dropping a grenade.
Dropping a grenade and running away.
Yep. Yep.
And I guess the topic was potentially our own co-host, Mr. Leary.
What?
And that's the thing, like he was never named in it, so nobody knew, but people just thought. Well, it's funny too when something like that gets spoken about, then the direct messages start to flurry.
Beyond, yeah.
Yeah.
You
so,
get like pop, pop, pop. Your inbox lights up.
Yeah, so I think I don't know. I believe it was a rumor that was just thrown out there. You know what I mean? And it was found to be completely not true.
Yeah.
But we had fun with it on Twitter about.
Yeah.
About saying Jeff's illegitimate son.
I know, right? That was if you guys
causing
are on
accidents
Twitter,
on 140 or something.
Yeah, you guys gotta check us out on Twitter. We have a lot of fun over there.
Yeah, if anybody wants to follow our Twitter show. Today's been kind of lame. We're losing our edge with our suspension going on.
It's really not fair to us. I mean, we had a good thing going.
I don't know if we could even speak about Jeff and Tony.
I think we can speak about them.
We just can't have them call in.
Yeah, they're definitely not allowed to call in.
Well, I heard somebody calling into Dave Mead's show with some recordings. You as well, even. When you were saying, "Are you sure there's not two of me?" That I remember hearing that. It was pretty funny.
Was that enjoyable for you?
Yeah.
Because that was kind of fun. I did. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't banned from calling in to myself, so I did it. It was a little fun. But I mean, the whole illegitimate.
Wow, we just had a caller say Dave does literally have a bunch of kids with a bunch of people.
Why doesn't somebody pull papers on that instead of focusing on people that have nothing to do with anything?
So maybe that's who the post was about ultimately.
It could have
Maybe
been.
people just thought it was about Jeff. It was actually about Dave Mead.
Yeah, it could have been. I kind of exposed
What
that.
do you think about the prospect of 10 little meadlings walking around unattended in the city or in the state?
I'm hoping he wasn't in any of their lives. Just.
Oh my God.
Yeah, hope they were just as illegitimate as Jeff's child. I'm just saying. No, I'm sure he's a good guy.
He is a good guy.
He cares.
I know he has the one kid, and that's how he. I think that's like the first time I even heard of you was that whole dust up with the picture in the laundromat about his kid.
Yeah, and the funny part was, I took a picture of the back of the head of a child. I don't even know. He wasn't identified only by the mother apparently, who blew up her spot, and then I come to find out that he's got the picture of the kid holding up a meat sign on his campaign page.
Yeah. So yeah, and Dave Holmes, God bless his
Yes.
soul, he just tore him apart. He's like, you gave her a hard time about taking a picture of the back of a kid in the laundromat, and you have your kid front and center holding signs for you.
Yeah,
that's like a death sentence. Like standing there holding a campaign sign for your parents.
I was
What's worse than that?
Yeah, I know. I was for them, anyways. I was threatened with lawsuits. And
Come
all kinds
on,
of,
yeah.
I don't think any of it's actually ever possibly happened. Like, I didn't do anything wrong. But yeah, they were trying. I felt bad, but I didn't take it down. I refused. Everybody told me to keep it up. They're like, you didn't even do anything, Lauren. So, Holmes is on the Mead train, though.
Yes, I think I've seen, and he gave me a hard time probably 6 months ago, saying I'm encouraging Mead.
Yep.
And it's like, are we picking on him? I actually think Dave's like pretty funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's like gonna rip Sam Sutter's arm off his body if he tries to shake his hand. You know what I mean? Like I can appreciate that.
He'd like Hulk it out.
Yeah, and he's out there and he follows politics. And last week I think was when he called in and he almost made me cry, saying he's always wanted to be a politician.
Yeah.
You know, and he's just fighting for what, and I mean, I swear to God, I can envision a scenario where Dave Mead gets elected eventually someday. I believe, may even be this year. I'm actually getting closer in the numbers too on the question about the Ashley Madison stuff. It's Mikey's got 25 and I got 20.
Really?
So I'm narrowing the lead on Mike.
I think it all had to do with that.
I think Mike was just dooming himself on his argument. I didn't really do much persuasive on my end, but
less is more, Mikey.
I think I think the people are kind of just as the default falling into my category. But yeah, Dave Mead, I don't think it's mean to like say, and like I still maintain that I would vote. I'm going to vote for Dave Mead because A, I think he means well.
Yeah.
B, I don't think he's a liar.
Right.
You know what I mean? C, I'm pretty sure he's gonna be for poor people because he's like, I don't have any money. I don't have a job. You know what I mean? Like he's not gonna be like throwing himself in with the Karams anytime soon. I don't believe. You never know. That's the thing. Like, and I was just talking about this the other day. Josh Silva had his thing. I believe it was Monday.
Yeah.
At Tequila Lime, so I went down there and. We were talking for a little bit, and we were talking about Cliff Ponte and just the new people coming in, and if it's much of a change or whatnot.
Yeah, I don't see that though.
And I guess he was saying Cliff Ponte basically made an appeal to him, like, oh, just give me 2 years and see if it works out. And we started laughing. I'm like, basically anyone could say, like Charles Manson. Yeah, Charles Manson could be like, oh, just give me 2 years and see how I make out.
If I don't kill anyone.
Yeah, just trust me. It's like a leap of faith, but it is honestly that because like if Dave did get in. You have to assume all these things about Dave Mead or any candidate, and then you're really not going to know until, they're in there.
Compare what Dave Mead actually does to, like, what Cliff Ponte does. Like, Dave actually harasses our state representatives and local business CEOs to actually bring business and stuff to the city. So he does, like, he is active in trying to make a change.
Yep.
So what those other candidates are active in making a change, I don't know. I haven't seen.
Somebody said to me today about, the campaign stuff. What color are you using? And like all this weird stuff. And I said, I'm not really doing much in the name of campaign. And I said, I find it I think it's like the grooming process to become a scumbag politician.
Correct.
So if you're going all around and begging people and trying to be everything to everybody and hit me up now with money or, donate an office to my campaign. And, then when I get in, I'm just going to look at you just like every other person. That's not the way it is. You know? You're buying influence. I don't care what anyone says.
Exactly.
And another thing that's kind of weird about this stuff is I feel one way about all these things. Mm-hmm. So just because like I now know you and you're getting involved in this, you know what I mean? So like all these other people who are running, and I'm not even saying like people that I'm really tight with, like Josh and TJ, but it would apply to them too. But there's other people that like casually, you meet all these people, and then they start doing all these things that I completely disagree with.
Yep.
So it's just like, okay, I understand. I know you. I have nothing against you. I think you've done good things, but you're doing things that I don't. You know what I mean? So if I don't know Cliff Ponte through a hole in the wall or Cabeceras, and I think they're doing stuff that I disagree with, it's easier for me to call them out. But if but if I, even if I like you to start and I see the same stuff, I found myself like I don't want to be giving people a pass because I feel like I'm now being, just a subjective.
You're being scrutinized just as much as the next guy. And I totally agree. Like, you should definitely keep yourself. I mean, obviously, keep yourself as honest as possible.
Yes.
And if you don't like what somebody is doing or saying, bring that to their attention.
Yep. And here's the other thing, though. So today, again, all this context of me as a candidate, I'm thinking, well, if I go after these people, because somebody messaged me on my campaign page, and they're like, yeah, Jordan, take no prisoners. After I said about Linda Pereira's a liar, she needs to go. You know what I mean? And I've been kind of finding myself like taking it easy on these people because I look at it as, I'm a candidate, so the criticism is going to be, he's just saying that because he's running, which is complete bullshit. Like, obviously, I've been saying all this stuff the entire time for years, right? RBT just hit me up. But, so I look at it as I have to just be, again, true to myself and be honest and say, I think I'm going to become more honest and open about how I feel about all these people, and they don't have to like me, and that's fine.
No.
You know what I mean?
It's not about making friends. But
absolutely. And it's only because what they're doing. They're all going out and saying they want to get into a position that's going to directly affect how much money I can keep that I earn for my kids, which has been the whole reason I got involved in this stuff was that specific reason. Yep. Over $2 a week trash bags.
I know.
that was enough to make me go insane, right? Because
Yeah.
I don't make a lot of money, Lauren.
Exactly.
Hey, so when that happened, right, when Will Flanagan did this, right, I flipped out. You know what I mean? The whole city rebelled.
city did.
But here's the thing: it wasn't just that. Then he starts doing all this illegal shit that he's never been held accountable to, right? But anyway, that's what got me involved. Was this $2 thing? So now Sutter comes behind him and doubles down on it, right?
That's pretty shitty.
And he's lied about the entire thing. He's basically doubled down on everything Will Flanagan's done. That's why I hope to God he's thrown out.
Me too.
I don't know if Jezel is the perfect answer, right? He's a young kid. I understand that, but he is smart, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely smart. And I think he's been pretty, mostly closely aligned to how my views are.
Right.
You know what I mean? Out of all these other people.
And in the climate that we're in right now, where accountability is at the forefront, where more people are paying attention.
Yep.
And he definitely knows that.
Yeah.
So I think that.
But again, even that, this is all putting faith in people. So we don't know how he's going to be. But you have to, at the end of the day, you're going to be. This is the suckiest part about politics is you're only able to vote on who throws himself out there, right? So if I think he's the best person, right? And it's not that I think he's the best person out of a bunch of scumbags. I honestly think he may be a decent mayor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So in light of that, and it's because he's and I've had private conversations with the kid that he wants to see the government be reduced as much as possible. You know what I mean? So and then I'll tell you right now, I've actually heard him come behind that and say other things almost. I don't want to say contrary to that,
I was just gonna say,
but not as forthright.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Jordan? CJ, what's up?
What's up, brother?
Hey, TJ.
Hey, I'm listening. I like what I'm hearing. I'm listening to to the other radio stations a little bit today.
Yep.
They're losing me completely. By the way, all I heard about.
TJ, I thought the same thing today. I said, here's my dilemma with that, and I know everybody's discussed this.
I want to be able to say something, but after you're done, I want to be able to say something.
Definitely. But hey, here's the dilemma I had. I listened to, on my way into the office today, I was listening to Women's Intuition, right? And I almost get physically ill when I listen to some of this stuff. And then after work, I'm listening to the Late Show there, right?
It's horrible.
Yeah, right. Hey, it was so bad, right? Here's the problem, though. I actually called in today. I haven't probably called in a month, right? But I called in today because they started, after all this shit, TJ, right? They started back with the let's just be positive. So I called in.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so I called in. I said, listen, everything that's happened in the year has been positive.
Yeah.
I said,
That's
we
the
have.
way I look at it.
Yeah, I said, we have scumbags in charge that are liars, right? The mayor, the previous mayor, the city council, all these people have lied. They don't deserve to be there, right? We need to get them out. And then, and that's why I think there's this hangover is because the issues have never been addressed. And if they just lie
That's
there.
exactly right. All we ended up with is the same group of people doing the same things, plus the government got more money and people got less money in their pockets now. That's all that resulted in all of this.
Absolutely.
We got rid of Flanagan and blah, 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 but the same people made the same decisions that he was going to make anyway.
Yep.
Correct.
Yeah, and people have tried to say because Sutter doubled down on everything that the recall was unsuccessful. All the recall did was move an election forward, right, and got rid of a scumbag.
Yep.
Who you put in? I said that to people who were signing the petition. I said
It went with name recognition instead of actually vetting out who was honest,
Right.
who was going to try to do right by the people.
Yep.
They did the same thing they did with everything else.
Yeah,
Name
I said it was
That's all it did.
potential that they could vote in somebody worse than Flanagan, and everybody laughed, and they're like, oh, I mean, come on, how are we going to do that? You know what I mean? Literally, people were saying that. And, I think, I don't know if he's worse, but he's at least in the conversation to say.
When you talk about policy,
Yep.
when you talk about policy, then yes, I don't think that I honestly don't believe Sam Sutter is going to do what he did, what Flanagan did with the Jezel thing, and
the character
I don't
issues.
believe all that kind of stuff is going to happen.
But you never know. But I hear what you're saying. I don't think he'll sink into that either. Yep.
You can't give anyone a doubt.
But policies. But policies.
But as far as policy goes, there is absolutely nothing different except the fact that he added more on.
Hey, and TJ, what did I say about we could get in somebody, right, who is smarter, right, but going to do the same shit?
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
At least Flanagan was bumbling enough that we could all, no eye in Fall River, and everyone laughs and says, oh, God, we got to get rid of this guy. This guy ain't going to do that.
From what was it? From October to December, or maybe even from August, September area. From August to December, it was every single week we were just putting WSAR on and could not wait to hear the next ridiculous story that Flanagan did.
Hey, TJ, but when you first started on about the radio today, right? Here's the only point I want to get out was I basically have fell into, like a lot of people have been, like, I'm just not even going to listen to it, right? But when you don't listen to it, right, then their propaganda carries the day. You know what I mean? Because then I'll turn in.
Right in that plan, and I understand.
I'll tune in casually, and then I just hear them carrying government water, and then all the callers are calling in, you know, and they're all like, oh, yeah. And it's just like, wow, that's just like what they're talking about all day long. It's total propaganda.
I wasn't even going to talk about Sutter and Flanagan. It kind of just, we always seem to navigate towards that area. But the truth of the matter is, I'm listening to it, and you know, the other day when they were talking, yesterday when they were, on women's intuition, it was mind numbing what was going on here. But more than that, the consistent talk about the waterfront for economic development and making Fall River a tourism attraction. I mean, that has got to be like the last thing on the list of things to do to make Fall River better. And they're talking about it like it's the number one thing that needs to happen. Everybody starts calling and talking about, we need to do this, that, and the other. It's a small chunk of Fall River, and tourism is a small chunk of economic development.
Yeah, they keep trying to say, like, if you create this $60,000 post, you know, this magical tourism director, like, that's going to do anything, right? What you're saying about, I've always described the Battleship talk and the Lizzie Borden talk as gimmicky, right? So I think, like, all right, that's great if you can get.
You know what? I want to give it a little more credit. I'm going to give it secondary or tertiary. It's third or fourth on the list. It's not the cornerstone and the foundation and. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, TJ, how I think of it is whatever happens in a city, in any location, on, like, Monday morning, that's what's going to determine how goes your city. You know what I mean? Like, whatever if you do these silly little things, but what's the normal course of business in Fall River at 9 o'clock on a Monday? How many people are still sleeping in bed or doing drugs and selling drugs or whatever people are doing and, you know, struggling? And that's what, to me, is what's going to make it break it.
Let's connect the dots a little bit, right? So we went through this process with the bags, right? It's not legal. It's a tax. All that kind of stuff is happening, right? And then our city council turned their backs on the city. Most of them did. And then they ended up, and all we ended up with was a government got more money and people have less money, right? Same exact services, right? Same exact level of service, except now they got more money.
Hey, so TJ,
wait, Jordan. Let me connect the dots. So we went through this process to now start talking, quote, positive. And what we ended up with is more conversation about economic development that is not going to turn the city around. We got to get these guys here. We got to get this business here. We got to make the waterfront this because we want this. Are you out of your freaking mind?
Yeah, it's bad.
Are you kidding me? That's economic development. Somebody, I think it was Johnny, was talking about fiber optic internet.
Yeah, municipal fiber, he called it.
Right, and I'm not knocking. I think he knocked.
I think he had a show today. I'm not sure. I missed it.
I think he knocked my plasma gasification. You remember that, right?
I don't.
I thought it was it was on the thread, so it's still there. But I wanted to mention that I don't believe that like taking care of our waste is going to turn into economic development for the city. I just think that we need to do something that's profitable so that way we're not wasting money. You know what I mean? That's all I was saying about that. I don't think that like waste to energy programs is going to be the economic cornerstone of turning Fall River around. What I do think, though, and you may disagree with me because I know how you feel about university and colleges, Jordan. But if we use that South End property to build an actual substantial university, say what you want about the institution of education, because I might agree with a lot of what you say after this, but economically, if you look around in other cities and other areas, economically, it can actually turn your city around.
We got another caller on here with you, Trot. Hello.
I agree, Trot.
Hello?
Hello?
Hey, what's going on? I'm looking for Davey Reed.
No, his show's on Monday, man.
I thought I heard Laurie Tansey was in the studio today. That's who was Davey Reed on Monday, right?
She is, but I have City Council candidate Trot Lee on the phone as well, if you have any questions for him.
Is that the black guy?
It sure is.
I love that guy. That's why I want to vote for him. I saw him. He was at a party for Josh Silvia the other day, I think, right?
Josh Silvia? Oh,
yeah,
man.
yeah. Jeff Leary has a special sound effect he likes. I believe that's a wicked racist reference.
No, I went the other day. I was at the Tequila Lime Lounge. They had Josh Silvia, the city council candidate, too.
Were they all partying? We're all just a big conspiracy group.
I know. It was a mingling bunch. There was all sorts of races of people there.
Oh my God.
It was multicultural, wasn't it?
TJ, how are you going to sell this voter?
I saw white people, black people, yellow people. Everybody was there.
I think my conversation's like completely moot right now.
No. Elderly people can still benefit from education, TJ.
Well, listen, to be honest, honey, my grandfather would have never voted for him.
How come?
I wouldn't have been able to run during that time anyway, so it's all good.
No, because he's black. But, honey, listen, I grew up in the civil rights era. My granddaughter's married to a black man, and I said, you know what? That Trump Joseph Lee, he's got a good head on his shoulders. I'm going to vote for him.
He does.
Good guy.
Thank you so much.
Good head on his shoulders, and he's got a nice personality.
All right, TJ. I'll release you from this, TJ.
Oh. Hey, that was I love you, Trump Joseph Lee. You got my vote.
Oh.
Thanks, man.
I think I've heard this lady call into WSAR 1,000 times.
No, you know who calls into WSAR? That stupid bitch, Margaret.
Yeah, I don't know if I go that hard.
Margaret still owes me a bunch of money for a bingo game we played.
Oh, my God. TJ, you still there?
I'm laughing hysterically on the inside, brother.
All right, I'll let you go, TJ.
Have you ever
let me go?
Yeah, unless you want to stay on. You can stay on and try to get this lady to vote for you. She said you got to...
No, I thought we were still having that conversation, but I guess I'll let you go.
It's been sidetracked for sure.
Am I still on the phone?
All right.
Yeah.
All right, TJ.
See ya.
Later, buddy.
Bye, TJ.
You're still on, lady. What's up? What's your name?
My name is Josephine.
Josephine.
Ooh.
I've heard you call in...
Have you ever played bingo with Margaret from WSAR?
I never have, but I've heard you call into a couple FRC shows now, and I think you're a fantastic
I
listener.
only usually call into David Mead because let me tell you something. Him and his wife are the most cute couple I've ever heard on the radio.
They are cute. I think it's cool.
They are two lovebirds if I ever did hear any.
Yeah.
I think it's cool that they do a show together.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard them?
I have. I listen every week
like
religiously.
They're ready to make babies.
Oh my.
Wow.
Josephine, anybody else you're going to be voting for this year?
I'm not too sure. The candidacies look pretty crazy around now. There's a lot of people that are just keep entering the list. There's so many people.
Have you heard?
Keep up with them all.
Josephine, have you heard the new Cliff Pont ad on WSAR?
I've heard the new Cliff Pont ad. I'm not a fan. Would you like to hear my rendition?
Yes,
sure.
please.
Boom, 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 boom. Chris Party. Boom, 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 boom. He's been from Fall River. Boom, 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 boom. He's got a lot from Fall River. Boom, 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 boom. He wants to give back. Boom, 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 boom. He just needs a chance. Boom, 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 boom.
Finish him.
How's that?
That was pretty
Wow.
accurate, actually.
That was close.
You know what it reminds me of, honey?
Fuck her right in the pussy.
What's that? What's that,
Have you
Josephine?
ever heard the Ric Flair entrance theme from WWE?
I'm actually not a big wrestling fan. Tansey appears to know what you're talking about.
Wow, that's pretty...
It's pretty epic, honey. It's pretty epic.
Yeah, it certainly is.
It sounds like Cliff Party hired none other than Steven Spielberg to make his entrance theme.
What do you think about Jay-Z, Josephine?
I like the guy. He's a nice guy. a little dull around the edges, but he's got a nice smile. You ever see those choppers on him?
I think he's a handsome young man.
He's a very handsome young man.
Are you single by any chance? Are you single by any chance, Josephine?
I am single. I've gone through 4 husbands. I've outlived 2 of them.
Have you ever seen our co-host, Jeff Leary? Have you ever followed him on Twitter at Jeff Leary 3?
I do not follow Jeff Leary on Twitter. I don't even know how to operate a Twitter.
Josephine.
What I've done is I've seen that man on the Facebook pages of your page. I also follow the Necessary Media page, and I also follow the Dating Mead and Linda Mead Show page.
So, wait, you've been through 4 husbands, huh?
I've been through 4 husbands, lady, and I outlived 2 of them.
Well, you have...
My bank account shows it, honey.
So have you been cheated on before? Is that why they've left you, or you've left them?
Say that again?
Have they ever cheated on you?
If they cheated on me, they must have been gay, honey, because there ain't nothing I wouldn't do for them.
Oh, you can...
Goodness.
That's right, you goddamn right I would have did on you, kids, them.
All right, Josephine. We're probably going to have to wrap up. I appreciate you calling in, though, sweetheart.
Hey, listen, honey, I just want to let you know that both of you guys are sweethearts, too, so keep up the good work. But let me find out something. You were talking to David Mead earlier, right?
Yep.
Is that guy going to be on the Mead Moment this week?
I think he comes on tomorrow night on the Necessary Media Show at 5 o'clock at some point.
Yes, I was hoping so, because sometimes he doesn't show up, and it's a little crazy for my granddaughter to tell me, listen to the show, and I say, it's not on.
I will look for you. I will find you.
You know what I'm saying, honey?
And I will kill you.
Josephine, do me one favor.
What's that?
When you hang up, grab your tablet and make a Twitter page for Josephine and follow all the FRC shows on Twitter.
Please do.
I don't even know what you're telling me to do, honey. You're telling me to take tablets. I took my medicine at 6:30, honey.
Good girl.
All right. We love you, Josephine.
Hey, have a good night.
Take care, sweetheart. We love you. Bye.
Good night.
What a sweet woman.
Oh, she's the best. She's always calling Dave.
Yeah, I've heard her calling a couple of times. Nice old lady.
Yeah, she's really cool.
But we're almost out of time. We still got a few more minutes to kill. I don't know how it started to get a little crazy at the end there. If anybody wants a quick last-minute call, it's 508-730-3272. The whole point I was trying to get through to Mikey earlier, too, was about the morality stuff. And I know he's not saying it's his morals, it's people's morals. Yeah. But there was that story today about these feminists who say even being in a monogamous relationship, they think it's wrong.
Oh, okay.
They think you should absolutely be allowed to do that. So that's what I'm saying. It's a total clash of, morals and ethics. And they think if you're in a monogamous relationship, you're actually possessive and, stifling the woman.
Under your thumb kind of thing.
Exactly. So that's the only point I was trying to make with that whole side note.
Yeah, I remember you trying to bring that up, but I saw that.
I was considered like a bad guy for kind of sticking up for those dirty cheaters.
No, my whole thing about it was the privacy issue, and that's that. I am not, gonna judge people for what they want to do online. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Just like I wouldn't want people to judge me.
I got Jeff Leary instant messaging me because he's allowed to do that. Actually, I don't think I'm supposed to talk to him on BCC equipment during the show through Facebook instant message.
You and release all your private information.
Yeah, but Jeff, I did go to bat for you that that fistball comment was not anything to be considered hate speech right there. I guess there was another comment made about somebody was called a fag hag, so I don't know if that's hate speech, and I understand. Yeah, I understand people can get in trouble for that. So
I know a fag is a cigarette.
Yeah, well, I don't know if you call somebody that. Does that make you? What is that? What's the punishment? You should be
death,
thrown off the radio,
dipped in hot oil, and left out in a swamp. I don't know. It's just maybe we could get them back sooner.
We're gonna try.
We could try.
I don't know how successful we'll be.
I don't know. Maybe I could bribe them. I don't know. Just local Fall River thing.
But the fistball thing was a perfect example of people going overboard with.
Definitely. I would have gazoogled that.
And I could have sworn, you know, when they had the clips brought up, that I was going to be like blown away.
Yeah.
Where it was Jeff and Tony, I thought it was just going to be completely insane.
You were bracing for
You know,
it.
and they actually weren't as bad as I thought it was.
Was it like quiet too? Was it like you had to listen real close?
No, yeah,
Oh,
they were just going about it. Yeah, it didn't. I don't know. It didn't strike me as too
I love
offensive.
how Tanya was like, "What are you talking about?"
And it goes back to this whole morality issue, right? So if you think calling someone a fag hag is bad, so then your response is to call FRC, complain, destroy that, you know what I mean? And just, you know, that's what I don't agree with. You know what I mean? How about you can just call in, the Supreme Court says you're supposed to counter speech with speech, not silence the first person. So you're supposed to call in and say, listen, that's offensive, you know, blah, 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 have a heart, you know what I mean? All that stuff, as opposed to saying shut them down. But, you know, in this isn't the government. Nobody was charged with a crime. This is a private thing that they let us come in here. So at any time they can say, hey, listen, we don't appreciate what you're doing. You know, but like I said, that's a tough. Like I was explaining to Ben before the show, that's a tough line to draw. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
So what if, you know, any views? If you're racist, I guess that's considered, you know, bad. And that's actually, I spoke to Pastor Tom today. He's going to try to come in next week. Cool. And we were talking about, because the real reason that made me get out to him was I saw him post something about religious freedoms and liberties
on the page
Threw Up in Fall River, the Facebook group. Yeah.
You have a pastor? I didn't know that.
Yeah. So when I saw that, I reached out to him, and I thought it was in the context, because if he's a religious guy, which he is, right? This whole decision with the Supreme Court and the gay marriage and whatnot, and the forcing people, even before that with the Hobby Lobby case last year, I think it was last year, I hope it's not 2 years ago, wow, it's time flying.
Yeah.
But with the whole forcing people to do things that they don't agree with, right?
Yeah.
So same thing, if really staunchly religious people don't want to, Hobby Lobby, it was this medical insurance thing, so they don't want to support abortion.
Okay.
You know, and it wasn't even abortion; it was like birth control.
Yeah, I
you
remember
know what I mean. So if you don't agree with it, you shouldn't be forced by the government to do something that's against your religious beliefs.
Right.
So I thought it might have been to do with that gay marriage thing, because they were saying, you know, and when I spoke to Tom, he and I can't wait for him to come on, because it was actually an awesome conversation. He goes, yeah, I mean, and it's basically what I tell people is, you know, it doesn't matter if you want to be gay, that's fine. He's not saying, he's not forcing his heterosexual views on you. You know what I mean? He's saying just don't reciprocate.
Right. Just
you
like
know?
he's not knocking on doors, passing out pamphlets. Yeah.
Even that, I mean, that's, you know, that some religions are big on that. Yeah, some religions are big on that. I find that to be exact, even with the campaigning. You know, I hear a lot of people say, I'm going door to door, and I say, I don't know, maybe I'm just lazy, I'm rationalizing. If I said, you know, I've said this from last year, that if people come in and knock at my door and bother me because they're trying to beg for a job, that's how I portrayed it. I don't think that's, you know, noble or moral or just something I want people to do to me.
Right.
In 2015 with social media, I can get all my views out there.
Right.
People can, you know, see them, and if they want to,
and if they want you to go by, you have to be invited for something like that. I agree. Yeah.
Exactly.
Makes sense.
So, I don't know if we're wrapping up the show. So I got 7:31. We'll call it a day. Ben just came in. I think we're getting the plug.
Yeah.
I'm getting my first suspension. If I say, I'll probably just get thrown off.
Oh.
But I want to thank everybody for listening. Josephine, I think we're getting the hook right now. No, I'm only kidding. But I got to get home anyway.
Right.
But I want to thank everybody for listening. Tune in tomorrow to City Talk Fall River at 9 to 11 with TJ, Nikki, and Ed Costa. And then tomorrow afternoon, you got Necessary Media with Mike D. I don't know if he's going to bring up that Ashley Madison or whatnot. Who knows what people are going to speak about. But I want to thank everybody for listening, and that's pretty much it. And I'll see you guys next week.
Good night, guys.
Peace.
Living my life in a slow